Hello, and this is the Warforge with another Warhammer 40,000 battle report. It is again Orks vs Tyranids match 2 rematch. Yeah, so in my list I don't have a stomper this time, but I decided to go a little bit crazy because Orks usually like to do crazy things. So I decided to use a big mech with a shock attack gun. The lists will be in the description below, so both lists hopefully. And I decided to test out the flash Gitz that I bought. So, always in a Battlewagon. One of my tactics for this game, well, it's just, well, the flash Gitz definitely suppressing fire. The Ork Boyz, obviously the chopper lads, are going to rush up, try and cause havoc. The Warboss, as per usual, is just going to be shouting war and slicing stuff with his Killchoppa. That's all I can really say. Mega Dredd, I want to test out to see how Grot Riggerz do well on Mega Dredds. Okay, so, well, this is on to the armies and deployment.
So this is the final setup then?
Okay, yeah, so, this is deployment. I'm going to state what the Orks are because the Orks got deployment and we're going first. The mission is the Relic. And the deployment is obviously Hammer and Anvil.
Are you bringing a jacket?
No. So, as I'm going through the force, here's 20 Shooter boys. Here's a Battlewagon from the Flash Gitz. This is dedicated transport. Here's the 30 Shooter mob. Here is the shock attack gun. Here is the Mega Dredd. My Warlord traits are very interesting. I had the speeding like a bullet, which I'll pause for a second.
I literally made it about.
Okay, so now we return. I had 3 like Thunderbolt, which basically is like fleet technically. And I also got 3 for Master of Ambush for my Finkin Kap strategic trait. Meaning that my Warlord, which is my Warboss, and 3 units can infiltrate, in which case this unit is outflanking because infiltrate confers outflank. And this unit is outflanking because of what I've just said. This unit of Flash Gitz was also infiltrating, hence why they were great to hit. Lol. So, anyway, now that is my list. We are going to the Tyranid stuff.
Okay, I've got 3 warriors here with Despitters and Bone Swords each. Same here, 3 warriors, Despitters, Bone Swords. I've got 60 termaguants. Sorry about the proxying, the Hormagaunts are termaguants for this game. I'm trying to test out the Tervigon special rule. I've got 3 Biovores, obviously the dogs are Biovores. I've got 2 Daka Carnifexes with regen. By the way, the warriors are just standard. I've got 3 Zone Throw-Ups. I've got a Tyranids with regen and rupture cannon. Over here I have 19 Stealers and the green one's the Warlord standard. I've got my Tervigon with miasma cannon and crushing claws. And I have my Hive Tyrant with 2 twin-linked devourers with brain leech worms, regen, Hive Commander and wings.
Okay, so
these were infiltrated here, and my Warlord trait, which is in this guy, I got extra 6 inches on my synapse, I'm 18 inches synapse range.
Are these in reserve?
This guy is outflanking and this guy's in reserve.
Does he have like a special...
Well, Hive Commander allows 1 troop choice. Considering I have 30 termagants, this guy could be a troop's choice. So I'm outflanking this dude.
Okay, so you've rolled for your psychic powers and all that.
Yeah, so my psychic powers. On the Warlord, he has Horror and Warblast. Tervigon has Onslaught, I think it was. I think it went out check.
Hang on.
Good.
Yes, it was Onslaught.
Yes, it was Onslaught. My Tyrant has Catalyst and Horror. My Zone Throw-Ups obviously have Warp Blast, Psychic Scream, and Paroxysm. So that's them, and that's my psychic powers. And
I deployed first, therefore I go first. It's time for the initiative.
No!
Which he fails!
I pass on a 2+ on.
That's what they all say. So now it is on to the Ork turn 1. Okay, so Ork turn 1. These guys basically just moved and ran into this piece here. This Battlewagon moved from here all the way up to here, then flat out 6 inches here. Flash Gitz basically just moved and ran into position for suppressing fire. Mega Dredd fired its kill cannon went into the termaguants. Oh, you know what I forgot? Can I roll for the Zoanthrope or not?
Oh yes, toughness 4, so
2 plus.
3 plus is vulnerable. I'm fine.
Alright, what's its toughness?
4.
Right, so strength 8 to instant death, that's fine. So basically, this fired into the termagants.
Got 6 termagants killed.
6 termagants killed. These just sat here and did nothing, just adding more to the suppressive fire. This shock attack gun fired into the Gene Stealers and then scattered 8 inches into the crater.
That's what the crater is. That's what it is.
Mad guns of the mech. However, Ballistic Skill 3 for a Gitfinda is quite nice for what is essentially a HQ'd artillery piece. So anyway, that was Ork turn 1. On to the Tyranid turn...
Okay, Tyranid's turn 1. The warriors moved up, sort of this horde. These two both ran. The Zoanthropes moved up. They ran as well. They tried to do Warp Blast in the Psychic turn on him, but failed. These guys moved up and shot these, taking out 2. The Devourers unloaded onto these. This guy got a whole point off this guy and he's shaken, so he's only firing snapshots next turn. These guys moved up, got 2 runes on these with their Death Spitters, and they passed them, so they saved them. They also passed their leadership. These guys just ran. I tried to do Warp Blast on my Broodlord, but he denied it. That's really all my psychic powers. Oh, he cast Onslaught on them, so they were able to run and shoot. And that was turn 1, so reserves.
The Ork Warboss with the Chopper Boys of 20. 3 up comes on. And the second, well, the 20-30 Chopper Boy ball is coming on. So both mobs are on this turn 2. Okay, so Ork turn 2 basically. This big mech fired again and scattered into the crater again. These guys, 2 big shooters, went into the horde, managed to kill a few, then a few shooters, didn't really do anything. These again suppressed the horde, killed a few. He fired into them but didn't do anything. He then went to assault the big horde, and because of the fearless within synapse range, they can't really do anything, so they're bogged down. This unit just moved, then ran into this compartment closer to the relic. The Battlewagon moved from here all the way 12 inches here to block off these, and then snap fired everything to the horde, killing a few more termaguants. As you see, when I rolled for my reserves, they all came over here. So a big pile of boys
wound off here.
Over here.
No, wound off there.
Yeah. These boys shot into the Biovores, causing 1 wound. The Warboss and the boys shot into these, causing 1 wound.
Get my reserves.
His reserves.
Tervigon.
Comes on.
Flagrant.
Comes on. So this is Tyranid Bug turn.
So I had there was a powerful round here. My Flyron came on there, my Tervigon came over here, spawned 10 gaunts but got double 2, so I can't spawn next turn. Over here I basically fired my 3 warriors into the unit, killed a couple. Carnifexes killed a lot. It was down to 5 Ork Boyz and a Knob, and the 1 Warboss charged in. The Warboss instant killed 1, and then the Knob killed the other, and then the rest of them just like murdered the rest. These just took a lot of hits. They passed the leadership though, so they'll be fine there. The Biovores in that fight, so did my fire here. I got Feel No Pain off in him, and I give it to the Biovores as well, because I don't want them to die. We need to do this combat as well, because we need this combat as well. You're just doing your attacks, because I can't harm you.
3's to hit.
I took a whole point off this, pulled 1 here, and these just ran up.
Is that cocked? Nope, so 3 misses.
3 misses, so that's still tight because I'm fearless. Yeah, so that's the whole point. I killed 1 more flash gate here, but you picked up the relic.
Yep.
So that's interesting. It's going to be interesting next turn for me, because you little dude, well not very little, going to get a visit from my crushing claws here. Gene Stealer's probably going to charge into here. Let's hope the shock attack gun does something. Which would be amazing. You'll be going away with these. Probably going to get in the wagon, I think. Yeah, but this is very interesting game at the moment. It could go to any of us right now. So yeah, see you with turn.
Okay, so Ork turn 3, isn't it? Yeah, Ork turn 3. Basically, this big mech fired, it managed to on target on top of the Broodlord, rolled a 5 and a 6, strength 10, AP 2, only on the Broodlord, and managed to vaporize it into microscopic bits into the warp. These guys moved and fired into the Zoanthropes and killed one.
I killed one.
I also declared a war on the shooting phase. These guys picked up the relic and started moving backwards 2 inches, difficult terrain. This guy just basically moved 6 inches, then fired into the Zoanthropes. Nothing happened. These guys basically just moved and ran. Things that you do. Mob, Ork Boyz, moved, ran. Then decided to assault the Biovores and killed them all clean out through sheer number of boys. The Power Claw attack didn't even hit anything.
You killed 2 guys off here.
I killed 2 guys from Mega Dredd and
we killed each other here with the Warboss in there.
Oh yeah. This is a point of discussion. Wait. I can talk. Basically, Warboss and one warrior managed to instant death each other I managed to kill him due to wounds and he managed to instant death us. There was no invulnerable saves taking place because Warbosses can't take invulnerable saves. So as a point of discussion, personally, that's a bit annoying, mainly because you're the head of your war, yet you don't survive a single bone sword strike. That's just my opinion on it.
Survives a bone sword.
Yeah, that's just my opinion. I think it's a bit stupid and a bit daft that they haven't included it. But I digress. It is now onto the Tyranid turn 3, isn't it?
Yes. These guys took a lot of hits from the Carnifexes and the Warriors. They only lost a couple, but they passed their leadership, so they're fine. These guys moved around here. Tervigon charged in, lost 3 wounds because of the Dredd dude here. But I did 1 glance on him again, so he's down to 1 hull point. So, that come-up will probably be... we'll see what will happen at the end of that next turn. Gene Stealer's wiped out the shock attack gun and then consolidated 6 inches into here. Flyrant killed 4 guys from here. They survived though. These took another hull point off this. This guy took a hull point off this and penetrated it. And it can't move and snap fires next turn. That's into turn 3. Moving on to Orks turn 4.
Okay, so Ork turn 4, isn't it? These decide to fire at the Gene Stealers, reduce them to 2 with the help of the Flash Gitz, who move through difficult terrain 6 inches into them. These guys fired into the Flyrant and did nothing. This guy didn't really do anything. I forgot to fire him. Oh well, I'll learn for next time. Mega Dredd attacked, took a wound off the Tervigon, didn't do any wounds on my Mega Dredd or any whole points of damage. These guys fired into the Carnifexes, fired into the Carnifexes, made a wound, and then charged, reducing with the Power Claw knob, reducing it to 1-to-1 wound. Basically, it's draw so far. This is Ork turn.
No, Tyranid's turn 4.
This is Ork turn 4. Now Tyranid's turn 4.
Yep.
Turn.
My turn 4. The combat over here went a bit wonky. I blew up his walker, and he killed my guy. But then he killed 7 termaguants in an explosion. Took a wound off my warrior in the explosion. These guys just moved up. The Zoanthropes moved up there. Tried to do a psychic scream on these, but failed because they passed their leadership. Surprise, surprise! Then they warp lanced that one, and it did nothing. But then this shot into its rear, penetrating its area, and it died. Gene Stealer's moved all up here. This guy's horrid. His flash gets, but then shot his flash gets to death. The Carnifexes survived their combat by killing all 3 of them. There's the knob. If he had an invulnerable save, we rolled to see whether he would have survived. If he had it from the previous codex, and he would have, which is a big thing because he could have instant killed one of my Carnifexes. So it's going on to Orks turn 5. Which is kind of like over here is kind of like the Orks probably going to go for there, but I think I'm winning at the moment.
To draw, well, you're winning until I get that victory.
Yeah, he's winning until he gets that, but I doubt that will happen. Orks turn 5.
Okay, so turn 5 overview. Well, these guys fight into the Zoanthropes, didn't do anything. These guys fight into the Zoanthropes and killed them all, and that was my Ork turn 5, the quickest Ork turn 5 you'll ever see. So, it is the Tyranid turn 5, which I'm probably going to get smacked all over the place since I've only got the relic, and if I am able to still contain the relic... Then
okay, end of Nid turn 5. What was really interesting was Carnifexes, Tranifex, and Tyrant all attacked these guys and wiped them off the table. And that was really it. So now we'll see whether the turn's continued.
Yes, it does.
Yes, it does. If you choose to.
Do you want to continue or not? Because the way I see it is, they're going to run all the way over here
and die.
He's going to shoot. They're all going to shoot. Anything that's left, you're going to assault.
Yep.
And then, even if it is contested, it's still going to be within 3 inches of the relic. So, do you just want to call it there?
Yeah, good game.
It's your game, you won, good game.
Yes, well done.
Okay, so afterthoughts. Well, I think it's important to mention that I did forget about Grot Riggerz and It Will Not Die on the Mega Dredd and the Battlewagon. So there's something I'm going to have to learn. I suppose because it's my own second time using the codex, it takes a bit of time to readjust and just in general to get in the habit of things. So I suppose it's just a few general errors like that. Other than that, it was a hard list, and I think that was only because what I was fighting against anyway was due to that it was all the Dakka, it was a gun line against an assault army. What can I say? Things I liked, yes. Finkin Kap, I am taking that on my Warlord whether I like it or not, and so should every Ork Warlord. Sorry, but the Finkin Kap really does help because you roll for the Ork one and then you roll for strategic, and strategic is great. So, and the Ork one is great, so it's really nice having a really super cunning Warboss. What else did I like? The Mega Dredd. Okay, I'll admit, I did do a tactical mistake there. My tactical error or mistake was that I basically ploughed it and tar pitted it. I don't think I should have done that. However, looking at the battle, honestly, I just feel as if what else could I have done? Because I could not have another turn of shooting into me flash gits, and I couldn't have another turn of that unit firing because that would have inflicted very heavy casualties on whatever it landed. So I know it was a tactical error to tar pit me Kellicans, but at the same time, not me Kellicans, me Mega Dredd, but at the same time, I feel like I had no option to. Other than that, I do feel as if, yet again, the dice screwed me over at critical parts. Yeah, honestly, a few things that I want. What did I not like? Definitely I didn't like the Warboss, how it doesn't get an invulnerable save. As you saw, it is, honestly, I think that is design error 101 there. It's like, fair enough, it inflicted instant death, by the rules, that's fine. But come on, Games Workshop. You know, Orks are not Tyranids in that sense, where Tyranids technically don't need invulnerable saves for the big models, for the HQs and stuff, because their toughness is basically toughness 6, usually, for a big beastie. Therefore, not many things are going to instant death it, unless you've got like a force weapon on hand. This is not the same for Orks. Orks do generally need an invulnerable save, in my opinion. I was talking to my opponent, and even my opponent agrees with me from this battle report, that Orks should have an invulnerable save of some sort. And we both agree that mob rule, it's starting to become a little bit of a nuisance, and I don't mean that as in it didn't do anything, as in while it didn't do much in this battle, which I'll admit, maybe I may have overreacted against mob rule. However, I've still got to test it out in more games. The fact remains is that it does add unnecessary bulk to the game still. So, like I say, me and my opponent both agree that it does add unnecessary bulk. Apart from that, I enjoyed the game. It was very interesting, and I hope my opponent enjoyed it. I can't really say anything much more about it, apart from, I think in the future, and definitely competitive-wise, for the competitive players out there, the way I'm seeing Orks is that Battlewagon Rush is going to remain strong, just due to the board and plank rule, in combination with the Here We Go rule, in combination with wars. So basically, you jump out, open top transport, 20 boys, big enough mob, you charge, +2 to your movement. If you fail any part of the dice roll, you can roll the lowest result, and then just try and get in and smack stuff. As we saw, it was just under half a squad of boys that managed to kill, a Biovore squad, if that's what they're called. Can't remember exactly, I'm very tired. But yeah, as we said, Orks can do it in Assault. Orks can kill things very nicely and decently in Assault. However, it is getting there, that is the problem. So I think definitely for the competitive tournament games, I do think Battlewagon Rush is the way to go, unfortunately for some. Unfortunately for me, because I do find Battlewagon Rush a bit bland and against the fluff. And when I say that, I mean generally Battlewagons are meant to be the Warlord's prized possession. You know, there's only meant to be very rare occurrences of Battlewagons out on the battlefield, which is the Warbosses. They're not meant to be mass-produced. But that's just my opinion. Anyhow, so I can't really think of anything more to say. I hope you enjoyed this. If you liked this, give it a like, subscribe. If you feel like you need to talk or address any points or state what you thought this battle, etc., etc., then please, by all means, just put a comment below. I love talking to you guys and girls out there, so comment away. If you liked what you see and you want to see more, and you want to see more progress on how I feel and how I feel Orks are going to compare, then please give it a subscribe and to see more videos of me as I update on hopefully a regular basis. So this is the Warpforge signing out, and remember, keep on forging.